Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today, Friday the 21st of April. So, flag break in play. Obviously, we need a retest. So, there is a bit of structure there for a retest, and then there should be a bit of structure a little bit higher um, up there. So, but that would form a range. Pay attention to the oscillators; they have crossed over and they're pointing to the downside. And pay attention to the daily because it's been sort of a shooting star inside bar type setup and then an engulfing bar. Look at the oscillators here. So one more level we want to put in, and that's sort of the area where I would expect the flag to target. And I'm going to be messy. Just give me one sec. I'm picking these up off the daily. And there's a reason for that. Okay, so that's kind of the view we've got there. Just pay attention to the weekly. Really overextended inside bar on the weekly. Oscillators all to the upside, far away from the moving averages. So now I've been saying it for a while. We're looking for a pullback. We're looking for a fairly decent pullback before we get going again. So let us get into today. So break of the flag. What can that also do? That can turn into a range. Sorry, not a range, but a channel. That is very possible. So for now, pay attention to the horizontals and what the breaks are. Look at the oscillators telling us that be careful, it could be over in amongst the moving averages. For me, this is a break of structure, a move down. We've come back onto a level of structure here as well. And I'm not going to put it in just yet because the chart's already too messy. But let's just get to the hour. Right. So, break, triangle forming here. I would expect a break to the downside still. So this is structure that I pay attention to, 15871 for another short. And then I just want to see where our apex is going to turn out. Apex is not really showing up at the moment. But you can see the lows of yesterday, there is a fairly decent level of support. So let's just get down to 15 minutes and just see if we can find some micro levels that we need to watch out for. So I would say this area here would be of interest. And that's probably the closest to price. Okay, so we are bouncing with it at the moment. And you can put your triangle in if you want to. So triangle there, triangle there. But I would either expect a rejection of 15871, which would be ideal for me, or alternatively, a rejection of this 15842, 15835 area. What we're aiming for is 15709. So that's kind of a pretty clear-cut trade at the moment. For as long as we're staying below these moving averages, that's what I would expect. Could very well just go sideways like this for most of the day as well. It's been a bit meaningless. We did get a fairly strong move at the open yesterday and then sideways. So yeah, I would expect a second move down, and that second move down definitely should target that 15709 area. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. Don't really, if we start finding support up here, then I want to see us break above 15871 and find support up there. Then it's a visit back to the top here. And that's another area I would definitely look at a short, which would be 15937. So that's kind of my outlook at the moment. The thing is not looking very strong. It's looking really tired. And I think there's better value to be found lower down. So that's what the institutions will be trying to drive. I think we've just been propped up by sheer volume at the moment. Anyway, that's kind of my view for today. Definitely looking for another short, looking for 15709 at least. This does look like a fairly decent setup at the moment, and I'll just be conservative. That was the first move down into a consolidation triangle. That would be my second move down. So you can see that targets this area, and if I just raise this onto there, it becomes a little bit more of structure that we need to pay attention. You can see how important the structure is, but I'm going to add that level in there now. So you can see we have tested that, so that's why I say the break of yesterday's low gets us moving to this area. Then if it gets there quickly in the morning, I'd expect to move back to come and test yesterday's low, another entry for a short, and then I'll be talking to the same area again, 15709, with a tight stop loss and then a stop to entry, anticipating a break lower. But that's the setup for today. Okay, that's it for me today. Please be careful. Look at the chaos that we have in play. Don't expect this thing to fall to the floor. Don't expect it to shoot to the moon. It's going to bounce between all of that mess that I've just put on the charts, pretty much to the T. So keep your wits about you and just wait. Be patient. Wait for the levels to be tested. Wait for the price action to indicate the level has been tested, and then jump in. Pretty straightforward. Anyway, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Cheers for now.